have two fighters more visibly projected confidence before the opening bell. And immediately Calzaghe chases Jones to the ropes, missing with a sweeping left hand. One problem for Jones in the fight, how to find ways to deal with the greater frequency of Calzaghe's punches. He said
the risk of getting hit himself.
38 in 52 wins for Jones. However, no knockouts since February of 2002. It's been 6 years.
Gives judges every reason to score.
Good body shot by Jones. Calzaghe unfazed. Goes at him with his hands held low.
You know, Roy's punches are much more flashy and much more powerful. But, you know, unless he really...
Jim, I think you nailed it when you himself out of a hole on the cards, yes, but also psychologically, he's demonstrating that he is not showing ill effects of the punch and that he is, in fact, the guy in charge.
It is bothering Roy now.
And keep in mind, too, Joe was not knocked down by a punch. He was knocked down by a forearm or a wrist. No part of the glove actually hit him in the face.
And his corner has done a pretty good job so far of stanching the bleeding along the right side of his nose. So things are going well for Calzaghe again as we go into the fourth round. But again, he's digging himself out of a hole, having fallen behind in the first and maybe the second rounds. But by CompuBox count, Calzaghe outlanded Jones 74-27 in the last 2 rounds. So on Harold Letterman's scorecard, he climbs back to within a point. If you're a judge who gave Calzaghe the second round, which is possible, he would now be ahead in the fight.
If you're a Roy Jones fan, I think you have to be hoping that he catches Joe coming in with something hard.
That's his way of trying to make Calzaghe get tired.
Calzaghe lands a big left hand. Now the round belongs to... Jones lands a left off the ropes. Jones's left eye is starting to swell.
Jones is being physically beaten as well as outpunched.
Hard right hand by Jones. Calzaghe with the right hand. They're going to fight down the stretch of the round.
Tough round.
And Calzaghe tries to nail it down with a flurry at the finish. Jones with one more big counter shot. Really hurt.
He's hurt.
Blood above the left eye of Roy Jones. Calzaghe's punch is starting to do more damage. Calzaghe grins as he goes back to the hunt. Jones has landed a couple of good counter shots, but Calzaghe is wearing Jones down with the constant assault. Again, the hand speed flurries by Calzaghe. Jones gets him off with one punch. Calzaghe dropping his hands and staring at Jones and watching the blood flow and going back to work.
And all this said, Roy is fighting valiantly here. He's fighting hard.
I've never saw Roy Jones cut. But I've been surprised how physically strong he looks and bigger than Roy, too. But he's a totally different fighter in Tava.
Off the top of my head, in 57 Roy Jones fights, I want to say this is the worst cut I've ever seen him experience. They did not manage to do anything close.
Left-hand side, and I don't know why Walton Berkison doesn't get out of that ring and let the doctor work in front of him and stop that bleeding. But be as it may, Joe Calzaghe running away with the fight. You got to wonder how much longer they're going to let this go, because Roy's taking a beating. 7-2.
Might be the last time in the ring for both men. Just bid farewell.